Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to film in you again. Hello everyone, welcome to nighttime. My name is Julian. Today I'm going to make bad choices. Oh, I'm so nervous about this one, you guys. But first, today I'm wearing my Salt Mage shirt. My husband got it for me because he knows me too well. I am the saltiest witch there was ever a salty witch. I'm about to do something that might be channel suicide. That's okay, my channel isn't that big anyway. I'm gonna disagree with the cyborg queen herself. If you're familiar with authortube at all, you are probably familiar with Jenna Moreci. She is the gateway drug of authortube. Anyone I ask pretty much always says that she was the one who got them into authortube. Nigel is here, by the way. Say hello, buddy. Her channel is incredibly polished, she has a really strong style, and in general, I enjoy watching her videos. And the latest one, as of filming, was 10 Hard Truths of Being a Writer, which is right up my street. Like, I love her videos like this especially. The ones where she's like, blankety blank about being a writer, things you didn't know, things writers have to deal with. I love those kind of list videos, and hers are always really fun. If you're not familiar with her style, she has a really, I don't know if aggressive is the right word, but she definitely has a style that doesn't really take your shit. Like, she's not gentle, she's not kind, she just tells you what she thinks, and that's it. The only issue I might have with her channel in general is that because of this style, it seems like often she is saying that what she thinks is right 100%. Which is why over here on my channel I usually try to remind people that I am not the god of writing and I don't know everything and everybody's style's a bit different. But in general, I'm still here for Jenna's videos. However, you knew there was a however, or this video wouldn't be happening. I was watching along, enjoying her latest video, pretty much nodding along and agreeing with all of her sassy thoughts, when she said this.
Number 4, your characters aren't real. But Jenna, they feel real to me. Feeling real and being real are two very different things.
Okay. Don't panic. I do not believe that my characters are actual, real human people that I could meet and talk to. But Jenna has mentioned this before in other videos as well, sort of tangentially, that she has no time for people who talk about their characters as though they are real people, whose writing process is so character-driven that we think of our characters as actually existing in the world. And while I agree with Jenna on a lot of things, I'm gonna have to big disagree on this one. But let's listen to a few things she has to say.
I didn't get my word count in today. It's because my characters weren't behaving. That might be writer's block, imposter syndrome, or sheer laziness, but I assure you, your characters didn't do anything.
Okay, so she does point out that you could use this sort of thing about, you know, thinking your characters are real to make an excuse. I didn't get my word count in because my characters weren't behaving. Now, I don't usually have a word count that I'm striving for every day, but I have been known to say on Twitter that my characters are taking things in a wildly different direction, and I think she's going to bring that up later too. And I think it just comes down to a fundamental difference between our writing styles. Jenna is a very rigid plotter. We know this at least from her videos. I am a loosey-goosey, fly-by-the-seat-of-my-pants pantser. Jenna is a very plot-driven author. I've read both of her books and I watch all of her videos, so I feel pretty comfortable saying that the plot is the most important part to her. Nothing wrong with that, everybody's different. I am an incredibly character-driven author. The most consistent praise that I have ever gotten on my books is that people can 100% get behind my characters. I frequently have people ask me, how did you get me to fall in love with this character? He's only been on the page 2 minutes. So we are coming from very different sides of things. And reading Jenna's books, a problem that I have personally had, though you may disagree because we get different things from books, it's like they're art or something, that Jenna's characters tend to be pretty one-dimensional. Her bad guys are bad and nothing else. Her good guys are generally good and nothing else. And there's not a lot of wiggle room in Jenna's world. If a character's supposed to be annoying, they're annoying all the time. If a character's supposed to be an asshole, they're an asshole all the time. And I'm not saying every bad guy needs a redemption arc. She also hates redemption arcs. Like, don't redeem them. Just make them deeper. And I think that is where we run into this problem, because to make the character deeper, I have to view them as a real person, and because I am a pantser, I rely on those characters to guide the story along, whereas Jenna does not need to do that because she's already plotted everything out. I don't know why she brings up imposter syndrome as something like the characters would cause. I've never heard that particular one. Oh my gosh, Nigel. If you're new to my channel, this is my cat Nigel, and this is what he does. He hits me in the face with his tail the entire video.
I wanted to follow my outline, but my characters refused to stick to it. They had their own story to tell. Sounds like you just wrote a crap outline without having a full grasp of your character's psyche.
Okay, here she does talk about I wanted to follow my outline, but my characters wouldn't stick to it. And she says that probably means that you have a poor outline. And yeah, maybe that's true. Or maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't outline as strongly as she does and really relies on the characters to take the story in a better direction. Now, understand that when I say characters, I mean my own brain. I made these characters up in my own brain, but in my brain, I have to view them as people and think of the actions that they, as whole, rounded human beings, would take. And if I have any kind of outline and the characters don't agree to that, that probably means that they are going to take it in a new direction that is probably better because I am following their characters. She also mentions not having a full grasp of your character's psyche, and yeah, I get what she's saying. She's saying that, like, you should plan your characters out beforehand. I'm sure that her characters do grow and change as she writes them, but I know she does stick fairly rigidly to her outline, and I've not watched her write, but I doubt she deviates much or allows herself to deviate all that much. Because she's not a character-driven author, she doesn't look to them to guide the story.
I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but this kind of talk is embarrassing.
Now here's the biggest problem I have. She finds this kind of talk of saying my characters are doing this or that to be embarrassing. I find it to be just another way that writers can express that their book is going in an unexpected direction. I know Jenna is horrified to think of a book going in an unexpected direction. My understanding, correct me if you're a plotter, of people who plot is that they do spend a great deal of time on the plot. Those of us who pants just kind of mix that part in with the actual drafting. We both do it, it's just a matter of where in the process you do it. It's an ingredient, and do you add this ingredient all at the beginning, or do you slowly fold it in as you go? So I think my biggest problem with this is not her saying your characters aren't real, it's her reaction that authors who do say this are childish and foolish.
I know you think it's quirky and charming, but blaming your imaginary friends for your mistakes stopped being endearing when we were toddlers.
I don't think it's quirky and charming, it's my literal process. So I know her style is to be a bit demeaning. That is her thing. And you know, we all need that every now and then. Somebody to just be like, stop being so up your own ass and just do the thing. And I totally agree with her most of the time. But again, this time she's coming for my process. I know that her comparing people like me who say, oh, my character did this unexpected thing or that unexpected thing to literal toddlers is not supposed to be actually like she would never say that to my face, probably, I don't think. It's for a video, it's her personality on the screen, it's her style. But I had to rebut it a little bit and stand up for those of us who are very character-driven, especially character-driven pantsers who rely on our characters to guide the story. Why, Nigel, when I'm trying to make a point, do you always undermine me with your tail? Nigel's tail is representative of my characters in this scene. So yeah, I hope I've explained myself pretty well. I'm not going to stop saying my characters did this or that unexpected thing, or my characters took this scene in a whole new direction, because that is my process. And if that is your process, I'm here to say that you are not a toddler. You are not a little kid with imaginary friends. You are a writer who writes in a different way from Jenna Moreci, and that's allowed. We are all allowed to enjoy our own processes. Now, Jenna is right to say that we can't use this as an excuse. I can't say, oh, my book didn't get finished because my characters were out of control, or oh, my book is bad because my characters just wouldn't listen. That's making excuses with it. But just saying, my characters are misbehaving, my characters took this scene in a completely different direction. I didn't know this about my character until they told me, just fucking right now. That's organic. That's part of the process for many of us. And so I say embrace it. Hopefully, this was enjoyable for some of you. I'm sure if any of Jenna's fans have wandered over here, unlikely but possible, they probably already left their angry comments and stopped watching this video a while ago, so thanks to all of my regulars who stayed on to wait for, like, the main point. If you are interested in somebody who's still got a sassy side but is a little softer than Jenna, maybe my channel is the one for you. Or if you want the point of view of a pantser to offset the point of view of a plotter. If that's something that you want, I post new videos Mondays and Fridays. All the links to my social media are in the doobly-doo. Also, if you're interested in checking out more of my work right now, my channel is chock full of content, so please wander, enjoy yourselves. Welcome to Salty Narnia. If you want to show your support for me in a monetary way, you can head over to Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you can get exclusive access to videos that are not seen here on the regular channel. Or if you've seen my art and you like it and you want to wear it on your body or have it on a bath mat or something, you can check out my Redbubble, where I have tons of designs with new ones appearing whenever I have time. And Nigel, who is still right here, now he does not need to make a point, so he's not hitting me with his tail anymore. And I will see you next time with whatever it is we happen to be doing next time. Bye! Hello, my lovelies. 'Tis time again for our shout-outs. We are shouting out Lennox, Amanda, Irene, Jenny, Kim, Lisa, Sabby Panda, Sam, Sarah, Savvy, and Scribbling Cat. Thanks again to you all for all of your awesome help. You guys are the best.
Number 5, your first book will be your worst book. That doesn't mean it'll be bad. Lots of debuts are fantastic. But it'll probably be your worst, and honestly, that's something you should hope for. Writers grow as they write. They gain knowledge and experience, which means in theory, each book should be better than the last. Does this always happen? No. But have you noticed what does happen when an author releases a shitty book after a string of awesome ones? They get ridiculed! This is not to say that you should publish a debut knowing it's garbage, but you should be hoping to learn and improve as time goes on, because that's how creation works. Experience breeds education. Aspire toward writing a great debut, then aspire toward writing a second book that tops it. Number 6, you're not gonna get a movie deal. A fraction of a percent of authors get movie deals, and there are millions of us out there. If this happens to you, then you're the exception. Wonderful. Good for you. But if you are basing your success as an author on getting a movie deal, you are setting yourself up for failure. But Jenna, all writers dream of a movie deal. I don't. Literally every author in my circle doesn't. We dream of writing books. That's why we write books. It's totally fine to fantasize about what it would be like to see your book adapted, but I have lost count of the number of writers who have told me, I won't feel like I've made it until I see my book on the big screen. Get ready to never feel like you made it then, because you just gave yourself a nearly impossible goal. On a similar note, number 7, you'll probably never be famous either, and that's perfectly fine. You don't need to be famous in order to be successful. There are plenty of authors who are not household names and not New York Times best-selling authors, and yet they are still making 6-figure incomes. And you know, being famous ain't that great. Zero privacy, random people approaching you at the grocery store, gossip columns and press events. Who's got time for that? If you aspire to write quality content as opposed to aspiring to be famous, I guarantee you will be much happier in this line of work, and you might even find success along the way. Number 8, no one is required to support you. What kind of bullshit is this? No one is reblogging my writing prompt. Maybe your writing prompt sucks. Ever thought of that? My parents don't care about my book. They roll their eyes whenever I talk about it. That's probably because they wanted you to be an engineer or a doctor or pretty much anything other than a person who writes fairy erotica. It sucks when people don't support your dreams, especially when those people are friends or family. But pretty much everyone in every creative field has experienced this. This is not unique to you. It's also not important. You don't need your family to support you in order to become a successful writer. Would it be nice? Absolutely. An ego booster? Definitely. But you don't need it. And it's not a good look to post content on the internet, then complain when no one is supporting it. They're not supporting it because they don't like it, you dummy. Strangers owe you nothing. If you want an audience, then figure out what you're doing wrong and do it better. Instead of wasting time stewing over the lack of support, improve your writing, grow your platform, and release a book or 10. Number 9, a lot of us don't make money, which is probably why your family isn't all that supportive of this decision. I know you're envisioning yourself as J.K. Rowling or Stephen King, but they are 2 authors out of millions. Take it down a notch. But here's the thing to keep in mind that no one ever seems to talk about. A lot of writers don't make money because they have absolutely no idea how to promote their work. Just because a lot of writers struggle doesn't mean poverty is guaranteed. It's possible to make a good living as a writer if you grow your business. Just be realistic about the fact that it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of work, and even then, nothing is guaranteed. Which brings us to our final point, number 10. Yes, writing is a business. But Jenna, writing is cathartic. It's my self-expression. It's art. Writing can be all of those things, but if you create a product and exchange it for money, that's a business. And I hate to break it to you, but plenty of artists are business people. You see, they sell their art for money. Funny how that works. I know you want to see yourself as a true creator, a maestro of the craft, and mixing business into it would just cheapen the overall effect. but you're a pretentious asshole. It's not selling out to pay your bills or buy groceries or pay your rent. If you plan to publish or make any kind of income off your books, it's time to drop the creative arrogance. You're a business person. Get used to it. So that's all I got for you today. A huge thank you to Skillshare for always supporting me. If you're interested in learning more about the writing industry, or if you want to take my awesome classes, I definitely recommend Skillshare. An annual premium membership to Skillshare is less than $10 a month. However, you can get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free by clicking the link below. That's 2 months of access to thousands of classes, including my classes, for $0. All you have to do is click the link. Do it, get on it, you'll be glad you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays, and if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, ring that bell. The Savior's Champion is available in ebook, paperback, hardback, signed hardback, as well as audiobook. If you are new to audiobooks, you can listen to TSE on Audible for free. I have all of the information listed below. And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and of course you can tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!
This is Wimbledon. If you haven't subscribed to Jenna's channel, then by all means, go for it. The people will love you for it. Go on, press the button, ding that bell. See you soon.